What's up, guys? We're back here at Atlas Empires. Let's talk about base building and how to build up a base, how to defend your loot so other players don't steal it from you or attack you. So here's the base. We are at level 6 Great Hall. This one is not terrible. So this is what I'm currently using right now. It's just something I threw together real quick. The idea of the base here is that you have your Great Hall in the center. You want to keep that protected because that's where most of your resources are stored. So the Great Hall carries a lot of the resources. If you kill the enemy Great Hall, you also win the battle. You also take most of the resources that the base had. So you can see we have the defensive structures all circling around the Great Hall. We have the turrets scattered around on the sides. We have the mortar. So overall, this is not a terrible base design. This is something very simple, very easy. You don't have to take much time thinking about it. But let's go in and show you what a more thought out base design would look like. Alright, and we're back. So, this is what a better designed base would look like. Most important thing in the lower levels is the mortar. The mortar is the strongest defensive structure that you're going to have. You can see the inner circle there is the radius that it cannot attack. So if the troops are in this circle, it does not attack it. When the troops are out on the bigger circle, it can attack these troops. It also has a huge splash damage radius. So if, for example, archers are sitting like right here inside the circle, but you have some axemen that are coming up or some other troops that are coming right around here, and the mortar shoots a bomb and attacks this troop right here, it's going to splash and kill the archers that are inside the circle. So archers that are inside or troops that are inside the circle on the radius are not completely safe because of the splash damage that this thing can do. So the mortar is your core defense structure. You want to put the mortar in the center of a base. You want to build some walls around it to give it even more protection. The next best defense structure in the early game is the Sentry Post. The Sentry Post will spawn little sentries, and depending on the level, will produce more. So right now at level 1 it produces 2. At level 2 it produces 3, I believe. Yep, so you can see it goes up to 3. And those sentries keep spawning about every 5 to 10 seconds. They're melee troops that will attack anyone on the ground. The attacking troops don't necessarily target them right away. They'll take a couple hits most likely, and some people will die, specifically archers. Archers have an incredibly low amount of HP, so they will die to a couple sentries just hitting on them. This is the second most powerful defensive structure, and you want it to be pretty central in your base. You can see it has a huge radius as well, so in this position, it's almost always going to be triggered. With this base layout, we are giving away some free buildings on the top up here, if they so chose to put some archers or some troops up here on the top, but that is perfectly fine. So any troops that they do deploy here is going to eventually get hit by the mortar, and the mortar will splash those troops away. The sentry also will trigger once the troops get down here. We do have a turret here on the corner. This is to protect the sentry. And also, just in case people want to spawn troops on the side here to snipe off resources, you do need to have some defenses on kind of like corners and such like that. And then the last aspect of this base is the 3 turrets on the right-hand side here with an opening on the gates. So the walls are not sealed, and it's purposely not sealed. What we want to happen is have everyone funnel in through this opening, and then these 3 turrets just slaughter away on the enemy troops. Also, in that spot, the sentry will be active. Once the enemy does destroy these turrets down here, the mortar will then start to be able to be active to hit those troops once they come into the base. You also want to focus on your supplies, like Lumberyard, because it has a lot of HP, so it has 1,270 HP at level 5. It's a very big meat shield. All of the storage containers, like the treasury, same thing, has 1,460 HP. So this turret looks like it's very easy to kill, but it's a high-level turret too. It's also level 4, and it's guarded by 2 incredibly high HP structures. So for people that don't know, they're going to be like, okay, I can drop down a couple of axemen or a golem or 2 or something and then just drop these guys and I'll get through these 2 little buildings, no problem, and then I'll kill the turret. Well, not only is the turret going to do a lot of damage to those troops, but you have the sentry now spawning troops. So if someone were to drop a golem, for example, we would probably kill 2 or 3 golems before this turret goes down, thanks to the sentries and then the turret. Archers would not be able to take this down. So if you have an army of, say, 25 archers, and you place them here, all down here, it's not going to survive. They're all going to die. This turret will kill the archers, and the sentry will kill all 25 archers before those 25 archers kill this single turret down here. The reason being is that this is going to do 25 per shot. The archers are going to have 25-ish HP, and so they're going to die in 1 shot. So you can see a level 3 has 29. So these are going to be able to survive 1 shot and die in 2 shots. What we'll need to do is we'll need to upgrade this turret, and once we upgrade it to level 5, it can kill the level 3 archers in 1 complete shot, making it even more effective in this spot. On the top right here, we are building a barrel rocket. So this is the anti-air. At this stage of the game, you just unlock the anti-air defensive structures. It is not that big of a deal because not many people have dragons or are going to be using dragons. You do want to build them because dragons are a thing. If you fight a base that has no anti-air turrets with dragons, it's almost like a free win. Our dragon player could drop down a dragon in the bottom right here. So a dragon right around here. And these 3 turrets won't do much damage to that dragon. It might be able to kill 1 dragon, but if they have 2 dragons, no way. If they freeze spell the turrets for 5 seconds, it's over. The dragon kills these 2 turrets. The dragon probably gets the Great Hall. This turret might be able to kill the dragon after all that time. So what we might end up doing is we might end up putting the turret down here. We might end up doing it like this. But I prefer to have a lot more ground DPS. And again, dragons aren't really a thing right now. Not many people have dragons, so it's better just to do it like this. You're going to be more up against golems, axemen, archers. So this is a better defensive structure against that kind of setup. when you start seeing dragons and dragons are attacking you, you then need to start adjusting accordingly to building your base against dragons. Anyway, guys, if you have any other tips, questions, comments, post them down below. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys later with more videos and guides.